What iconic movie role was miscast? Nathan Drake. That role was and always will be Nathan Fillion's role to play. It's such a shame Hollywood never called. He wanted the role. He even financed his own YouTube short film showing what an Uncharted film starring him would be like. Instead we got Tom Holland. I love the guy, but he's not Nathan Drake. And Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Here's a link to that YouTube video Nathan Fillion financed, produced, and starred in himself. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v5czqpqf_74. The problem was the director though. Scenes could have been reshot. She said nah, this weird shit is great. Now go weirder. Kristen, more head shaking. I mean you can watch him in Harry Potter, he's completely normal. Stewart had no choice. Ever peek at the books? Bella is not a character. She's a literary golem for the reader to inhabit like some kind of sexless homunculus. There was nothing for her to actually act. Pattinson has no such excuse. It's wonderful to hear that Robert Pattinson hates the Twilight franchise more than anyone else. To be fair, the movie adaptations were badly written and badly directed. Edward looked like he was constantly in pain, and given what I've seen of Robert Pattinson in other roles, he's got more range than that. Or it could just be that he's grown as an actor since then. The relationship between Edward and Bella in the film adaptation of Twilight is less true love and more weird codependence. The books at least attempt to make their attraction and budding romance a little more natural and not so creepy. He constantly looked like he smelled a fart but couldn't tell where it came from. This is a good point. Even if one argues that she was younger at the time, Kristen Stewart has shown an acting capability and was playing the role she was given. Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen did not come off as mysterious handsome. It was creepy, and not in a way that toes the line between creepy and mysterious. Just creepy. Both have proved themselves to be phenomenal actors though, it really was the shitty young adult vampire novel script and directing. Zoe Saldana as Nina Simone. My god, that movie was painful. Please, for all that is good and pure, just watch Whatever Happened to Miss Simone and bask in its greatness. One of the best documentaries ever. I think it's What Happened, Miss Simone. I think you mixed it up with Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Holy fuck, she actually apologized for playing that role, lol. What kills me is everyone saying Fillion's too old for the role, like, you're telling me you'd rather have young Nathan Drake than old man Drake playing the Sully to a budding young adventurer, who can still be played by Tom Holland. Emma Watson as Belle in Beauty and the Beast. She's got the looks down, but her singing is met to the point they had to auto-tune it and it sounds weird. Her acting is also stiff and fretful and she doesn't have any chemistry with any of the other actors, let alone Beast. There were better choices for the role. Kyle Reese in Terminator, Genesis. Michael Biehn took inspiration from Polish resistance fighters in preparing for the role, and he was a shell-shocked, somewhat emaciated veteran. Never mind that. Let's hire some beefed-up lughead who would be on the cover of Men's Health, and would honestly be better cast as a Terminator. Jai Courtney was great in Jack Reacher, and cemented his typecasting as third henchman. He doesn't have the charm to lead a movie, Die Hard 5 only confirmed it. I just tried to imagine that. He would have made an incredible Terminator, he could have been AT-1000 just fine, that would have worked better than what we got. I mean, that movie was not good. But it could have been worse. I mean, it was a terrible Terminator movie. It was fun to watch and rewatch, but for a Terminator movie it was meh. Jai Courtney is a miscast in anything. Jai Courtney was on the cover of Men's Health Australia in May 2014. Good call. Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen. People hate on the movies for a lot of valid reasons, but I constantly hear Kristen was so awkward and nothing about how awful Rob did. Bella is supposed to be awkward. Edward is supposed to be smooth as fuck. The entire movie felt uncomfortable because Robert played Edward really awkward and miserable. I don't think replacing him would have fixed the movie, but it certainly would have helped with the overall tone. Exactly. In the books, he was arrogant and even made jokes about killing Bella. He was supposed to be smooth and charming, but they made him too awkward and nervous. I'm not sure how much of that was Rob or the director, but it was very different in the books.